we're just really struggling second half. Just really last 3 games have lost a competitive nature that we need in the second half that we've had before, but we don't have it for whatever reason. I don't have an answer for it right now. We're going to figure it out. But it's kind of the same story. We just got killed on the offensive glass. They took advantage of every mistake, made a lot of threes, scored a lot of points second half. We didn't get many stops. Where our defense has been so good at times, it's really letting us down second half, that and rebounding. We went on too many droughts offensively, especially in first half. We get a good lead, and then we don't score for 6-7 minutes. We just had to have some guys step up that not playing great right now. But we're going to have to figure out, get to kind of see what we're made of right now. Backs against the wall a little bit. It's not all the way against it yet, but it's getting close. And we need to see how we're going to respond to it. I'm anxious to see.
So early in the first half, they only had, I think, 10 points. 10 minutes into the game at that point, was that the best defensive performance you'd seen from your team?
No. We've had better ones. Yeah, it was good. We did what we were supposed to, but no, obviously, I don't even remember all what went on, but no. I base everything on a 40-minute game, not a stretch. But yeah, we've had games where we've defended for 40 minutes as good as anybody in the country, and then we have second halves like we're having right now that are really, just honest. We don't know yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. We're going back and look at it, figure it out, and I'm gonna study individuals. I'm gonna use this week to really see who we can. So right now we have too many guys worried about themselves. It's not a selfishness thing, not being selfish thing about themselves, but too many guys, and I see it in timeouts, they're worried about what's going on with them rather than thinking about the team and thinking about what I can do to help. They're getting too caught up in figuring out why is this not happening. Not a selfishness. I wouldn't call it selfishness at all. We just have a lot of guys that just get, are so trying to figure out what Then we got to think about the team, and I think that relieves some of the pressure a little bit. Yeah, we got to figure out what's going on in the second half. It's not that's the answer. It's 2 halves of basketball. You got to don't just figure out one half. You got to continue to do a little better in the first half, but second halves are just killing us.
Can you comment on the job that Brown for them did, kind of taking?
Unbelievable. Terrific game by him. Made us pay every time we made a mistake. Made us pay. And that's what teams do. We're not. We had a bunch of open shots. Or we could have really, we got some, but yeah, he had, it's 5 offensive rebounds. What's impressive. And then, 18 points. He really played well. Made made some big threes. Big threes.
How about what he was able to do defensively against Phil?
Yeah, he did a pretty good job. Did a really good job. Obviously, Phil only got 3 shots, but he got to the foul line 9 times. But yeah, he did a good job on him.
Obviously, fouls and free throws were a big part of this game. How tough was it to get any kind of flow going on either?
Oh, it's there's 57 free throws shot in the game. It's very difficult, but that's part of it. Both teams have the same deal. They're a little more used to playing that style than we are, but yeah, it's a little difficult to get in any flow. But they did a good job. Our team, we just didn't move the ball very well at all. Obviously, turn 15 against a team like that's not terrible, but you got to make more individual plays than we made. We don't have some guys that are making individual plays. They're not going to let you come down and pass the ball around, run all your plays. We knew all that. We've prepared for they didn't do anything we didn't think they were going to do. Did everything we thought. But we didn't have enough guys make some individual plays when it's time to go make a play. You got to go make a play. You got to, this is what this game calls for, And that's not necessarily our strength. So that part I'm not, but we can do something about the rebounding. I say we can. Yeah, I would have thought we'd done that tonight after last game. I would have thought so. I'm very disappointed in that aspect. They're last 2 centers we've played against have gotten double-digit rebounds when we have just as much right to go rebound the ball as they do. And somehow they're figuring out how to go get it, and we're not. And, you can talk about blocking out. You can talk about this and that's all great. This time of year, it's a will to go, one to do it. Plain and simple. Everybody, both teams have done 5,000 blockout drills and rebounding drills and all that. This time of year, it's the will to want to go do it. And if in the last two games, they've had some guys that just had some big numbers rebounding wise on us.
You mentioned early in the year when we talked about how cohesive this team was, that you needed to see what it's going to be like when things are kind of tougher. Is this kind of?
Yeah, I think they'll stick together. I'm not. Yeah, it always tests you. I mean, we've seen some highs and we've seen some lows, and it always tests you. But I think this team will stick together. I just hope they can all look themselves in the mirror and not blame. We got to get some mental toughness to us. We got to get some mental toughness, and guys look themselves in the mirror and say, "Man, yeah, maybe it wasn't somebody. Maybe it can't be finger pointed. He was supposed to block out. It was his job." And I hear that a lot. We got to get over that. You got to have some toughness about you. You got to be able to handle the success as well as handle some failures. And again, we've seen both. But again, I'll go back. Yeah, I think they'll stay close. I think that, but we just got to get some guys to think outside outside themselves a little bit. Not selfishness, not because it just got to get over whether I missed a shot or I didn't get a ball, I didn't get a touch, or this or that, or things. Man, I can't believe I missed the last three shots. Or coach just got on me. This is a big boy league, man. This is a big boy league. We got to just move on to the next play and get that toughness back to us. Get that toughness that we've had that we need to get back.
You talked earlier, Travis, about you got to figure out what's going wrong. Does that make this a good week with time to maybe dive into it?
Well, we got time. I don't really like time, but I mean, again, I'm going to use this week to really see where we're at individually, see where guys are. And our next game out, I'm going to play guys that are dedicating themselves to this basketball team for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And what we do there will depend on what we do after that. Really, obviously we'll probably do a lot of rebounding drills, but I want to really see where everybody's at mentally. Are they really into getting back to competing for 40 minutes? Are they doing the things that we need to get done to do that? And that's really important to me right now. Really important to me.
Is this kind of a week to sort of take stock of your guys then, almost, the way you guys did early in the season?
Yeah, we're going to definitely do that. We're going to definitely, it's a great opportunity. You got a week to really work on a few things, but also to see where everybody's at. And, I apologize to Anthony Allen and Jeff Newberry and all the guys that didn't get in the game. I probably should have played them. I should give those guys a chance at this point. If the other guys, we're going to keep getting out rebound, I probably should play those guys a little bit. And because we had guys get in tonight that just came out and just kept making negative play after negative play deep. I mean, you got to earn your minutes, and they have. Those guys that played have done well this year, have done a great job. But last couple games we haven't played very well, 2-3 games, especially in the second halves. It's really boiled down to the second halves. Plain simple, all 3 games, second halves, all 3 of them. Period. That's what it's boiled down to.
Things seem to be getting tougher and tougher for Phil to get shots.
Oh,
3 shots?
I mean, yeah, we know that what they're going to do. Nothing's changed. I mean, everybody's got to take a part into that. But we got him, the ball in his hands. Then, a lot of people are guarding him. We even saw Iowa State was sending 2 to 3 guys off helping. But every team has guys they do that. That they do that too. I mean,
lean heavily on him.
oh no, that's true. Yeah, we need him playing better. Yeah. So, the answer is not to, they're double, triple team, so let's not throw in the ball, let's just go do something else. I mean, that's not, you got to go figure it out. You got to go make some plays. Because everybody, he's one of the better players in this league, and we know before a game starts, it's not going to be easy. He knows that. It's not going to be easy. I would be shocked if anybody didn't send double team him and stuff like that. That'd be shocking to me if they didn't do that. But it still doesn't mean he can't go out and figure out how to I mean, he will. He got to the foul line. That was one way to do it tonight, and that's what we kept telling him. We didn't take advantage of getting in the bonus as early as we did enough, but once we did, I tried to put him in position to get fouled. That was one way we were going to try to get him some shots. But sometimes you just gotta, you gotta go create one on your own. You gotta attack. We can't. We played east-west way too much today, and we played towards the half-court line way too much rather than attacking the basket. We had guys backpedaling way too much.
You had times in the game today where they virtually left Mitchell Solomon alone. What do you got to do to get him to take a shot?
He's got to shoot it. But he will in time. And at this point in time, it's not anything we're forcing him to do. We're gonna, we want him to take it. He knows that. But in time, he'll make those shots. But right now, he's concentrating on so many other things, which I respect him for. He goes out there and does. His job is not to make shots. The other guys, there's certain things in a game. Before a game starts, that we're counting on certain guys doing certain things. We're going to count on this guy doing this guy's going to do this guy's going to do this. We got to be able to count on that, and then if we do these other things, we'll give ourselves a chance. Well, the things that we've been able to count on, we're not getting. We're actually doing the hard part, except for the rebounding. Iowa State keeping them out transition. We're actually took care of the ball fairly well today. They scored a lot of points off our turnovers, but took care of the ball. 15 turnovers, not terrible against them. We actually said 14 or less would be great, but we're doing some things we want to do scouting report wise and doing them, but we're not getting the other things that we've been able to count on. Mitchell Solomon does the things that we count on. He's going to do those things. We're not counting on him to score points. He needs to start shooting the ball. With that said, no doubt, but that's not something I'm losing sleep over. There's other things I'm losing sleep over right now that we need to step up and get better at, and guys need to step up.
What's your evaluation for how they handled the press today?
It's hard, okay, not great. I go back and watch the film. I'll know a little bit better, but we got caught on the baseline way too much. And I guess that's natural. It's hard to simulate and practice what they're going to do, especially in one day. We didn't do much on Thursday other than just kind of put in the game plan. We didn't go live against it at all. Yesterday we tried to, but we didn't simulate it very well. But for the most part, for not seeing anything like that towards the end of the year, I would say right now, other than looking at they scored 23 points off turnovers, which off 15 turnovers, 23 points is a lot. 15 turnovers is not terrible. The points off letting them convert, obviously, was not good. But it's hard to say right now how we handle it until I watch why certain things happened, why it did. But we had some guys that didn't want to handle it too. That doesn't help. It's against a team like that. It's got to be a total team effort. Everybody's got to help. That's something we talked about. Everybody's got to help and attack. And at times we really did, and at other times we didn't. So, but I didn't think that was, other than the points off turnovers, the rebounding really hurt us, and us going on a few scoring droughts once we got into the half court. Even though we shot 50% in the second half. And then just the second shots. It's just a mentality. The second shot thing's an issue. And that's the biggest issue right now because it's a mentality. That's something that I tell our guys. We can't give you a scout report. We told you what it means to every team. We're doing it. That's just you got to go do it. And we got to do a better job of making sure our guys are blocking out and getting guys in there that are going to rebound. That's just a toughness thing in the paint that we got to get better. As coaches, got to figure out how to help our players be better at it. But that's where it starts with us right now. No doubt about it. That's an easy one. Thank you.
You guys could just maybe talk about early on in the first half. You guys, they had 4 points. It was almost 10 minutes of the game, so your defense was going well early. What changed over time?
We had a couple possessions where we didn't get a shot. We didn't get a good shot. I think they turned their defense up a little bit. We was able to get open shots, but we just weren't able to knock them down. I think, even myself had a couple turnovers at the beginning, but they was just competing more in the second half. And I think we just let off a little bit, and we turned the ball over a little bit more, and they out-rebounded us a little bit. So it's all a learning point.
Michael, talk about what happened during that stretch early in the second half where they kind of took the big lead on you.
We just kind of went on a drought. Like you said, shots weren't falling for us. Their shots were falling, and they kind of picked up the intensity a little bit. And, they just made a run right there.
Anthony, did you guys feel well prepared for their pressure? And it seemed, like you said, you came out pretty well. Did something change? Did you guys do something that maybe in practice you didn't do, or?
Yeah, we was prepared. I think they just got a couple deflections on the ball. I know my ball's got a couple deflected. We just got to make the solid play. We had a couple people open. We just got to see the open man. And, it was some guys open. Like I said, we just got to see the open man. And when we get that open shot, we got to be able to capitalize on open shots that they give us.
How important is execution on the press? Did it seem like it started to wear you guys and take its toll, or was it just, were you guys trying to work a game plan each time that was just getting more difficult?
Well, that was the first time we've been pressed all year like that. And I think we're going to do better the next time we play them because we didn't experience it now. And we know how they're going to press. But they was physical on the ball and the press, and they was kind of tall. But we got to be able to just hit the open guy and just run instead of trying to pull it out and run a play. And we just got to take whatever they give us.
Between the press and between the second half, it seemed, every 10 seconds there was kind of another whistle. Did you guys just kind of feel like you weren't yourselves out there, or what?
We had an opportunity, to make our run. I'm not going to say nothing like that, but we had an opportunity. We just didn't take advantage of it. We cut it to 8, and then we fouled. Just small errors whenever you're down. You got to be able to just keep playing and keep competing and playing without fouling.
How hard is it to get into a rhythm when there's 54 fouls called in one game?
We don't have control over the foul calling, but we do have control of when we foul. And just playing solid on the ball and off the ball. And that's the only thing we have control of, and just keeping our guys in front of us.
About for you, Michael. So many whistles. There were several times where teams shot free throws at both ends without a second going off the clock.
Yeah, it's just tough in a stop-go game, and it'll be tough for anybody to kind of get in a rhythm like that. But, luckily those are things that can be corrected, fouling issues. But those will be corrected for next game, and we'll bounce back from this.
You guys won 3 games in a row. Now you've lost 3 in a row. Is there a sense of urgency that you're starting to sense? You got to go get some wins?
Yeah, that's the main thing now. We'd have been to the highest point, and now we're at the lowest point again. It's all about what do we want from here on out. It's not the coach's fault, it's the player's fault. He can only do so much, coach so much. So, even myself, in college, the seniors, we got to step up. We got to get this team back rolling. And we got to do some soul searching. Just watching the fans leave, that's on us. We got to get them engaged and get them wins and get them some excitement. That's what we got to do. And we got 3 more games, and this is my last home game and coming up, and we got some away games. We just got to make a whole 360 and turn this thing around the best way we can. We just got to find a way.
That said, Mike, does the extra week off going to help you to kind of regroup and get going again?
Yeah, like Hick said, it's time to do a little soul searching and really find out how bad we really want it. And I guess this week off has given us time to actually sit down and do that and get back in the lab and work.
Mike, last year you weren't playing, but you were around a team that you guys went through a 7-game losing streak. This team, are you guys still upbeat? Do you feel like you guys know how to turn this thing around?
Yeah, I feel like it can all be corrected. It's not really time to panic or anything. Sure, we have to win games, but you don't want to go into each game panicking. You go into a game panicking, then things start to go opposite. So we need to approach each game with a positive mindset and attitude, just ready to work.